Welcome along to the EXFL Tier 2 Season 7 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I'm F1 Union, your main commentator for tonight, and in a minute joining me will be Samuel Drake Lee alongside me to commentate for round 2 of 22 of the 7th season of EXFL Tier 2. We got 16 drivers for tonight, had 18 last season for a cracking season opener at Bahrain, and now we're just 2 minutes away from readying up for once again another crazy qualifying session, we hope. 25 laps to follow after. And we're just making final checks now, getting the stream links. If everyone's having a good evening. Alright. Sent there. And sent there. There we go. Alright then, so people not racing today are Seb, teammate of Chaz. He will hopefully be back next week. Matteo, he was up there right at the end, but unfortunately spun off Chaz, his own fault. Championship leader Tom, not racing tonight. We'll see if he's back next time. Noah, missing once again another race. Nathan, unfortunately, missing a race. Reserve Josh not racing, and Harrison, unfortunately, last minute not racing. So he's yet to race this season. People who are racing today, though. Here we go. Let me know when you've included your audio, Sam. Oh, hang on. There we go. You should do now. Okay. Actually, I don't know if that was. I don't know if that even included my audio. I could have. Just in case.
Yeah.
Welcome
No,
along
it
to the
always-
EXFL. Oh, does it?
Sorry.
Okay. Still, welcome along to EXFL Tier 2 Season 7, Saudi Arabia, F1 Union, and Samuel Drake Lee as your commentators for tonight. Sam, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Ready for another crazy qualifying. Tier 2 at Saudi is always going to be quite the hectic race. It was race of the season last time with a bunch of overtakes and strategy and a lot of chaos, but it's what we're used to, hopefully. So hopefully these 16 drivers will give it a go as we've hit 7 p.m. so they can ready up now. I was just going through who's not racing tonight, and I was just about to go through who is racing tonight, but I think when we load into quali I'll do that. Do you want to give me a top 3 prediction? I know you don't know a few of these people, but
Ooh,
I'm sure.
yeah,
But yeah,
I do know some of them obviously. They
yeah.
have raced alongside with quite a lot of them, so I know their pace. I think because Tom isn't there, I'm predicting a a Chaz on the podium. Chaz, I think, can get on the podium, along with. I reckon Cody can get up there if he doesn't spin out because he has the pace to.
Mm.
Just as long as he doesn't spin out. And final podium position. Ooh. You know what? I'll go for. I don't know how quick he's been this season, but I know last season he was up there some races. I'll go for Logan. I like Logan, so
Logan. Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
Hopefully he can get up there today.
All right. That's your race prediction then.
Yeah.
Okay. I was asking for quali prediction, but that's fine.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry.
If
my
you want to
bad.
give a quali one as well.
Oh yeah. I can see Cody putting it on pole if he can just set his lap. Like I said, he's got the pace.
Mm.
Possibly.
I'll do.
I'll go for Cody Chaz. I'm not quite sure he's got good quality pace. Who was the top for at Bahrain and quality? I know Tom was up
Tom, Ben, and Cody.
there. Yeah. Well, I'll go for Ben then. Go for
Yeah.
Ben.
All right. I think we're just waiting for everyone to load in, and then I'll do my prediction. Just take everyone through.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Ben just left there, so I'll just invite him back. Right, it is not raining. Some people did predict that. It's a dry, night-lit sky, and we'll have 18 minutes of running. And I think we'll begin now. So here we go then. Let's get all the data ready. Don't need that. There we go. Right, Taze Frozen, as Ben's back in, that's great. Taze Frozen, definitely going to be up there. He was one of the predicted
Oh,
championship
yeah.
contenders. We'll see
Forgot
how he
about
is.
him.
He missed round 1, unfortunately. JJ Francis also missed round 1. He's back. Race winner of Britain last season. We'll see what his pace is like. His teammate, Carbro, oh no, has showed some very promising pace from Bahrain. Seems like Ben's having issues then. Chaz F1 qualified, well, crashed in qualifying last time out to come back from P17 to finish second. It was a monumental effort, and he is good around Saudi Arabia. It's one of his best tracks. Callum, let's see if he can get some points. Warren, again, promising return. BCFC Josh, the other driver alongside Chaz, who was really quick around here, and I'm sure in that glistening Aston Martin, he can also challenge up there. Killian, new driver. Let's see if he can also scrape into the points. Pro Cody, like Sam said, is going to be up there hopefully. Was challenging for pole. Horosia, very disappointing opening round after winning it last season. He's going to have to bounce back. The two Ferraris, as Billy got a point last time out, so let's see if he can carry that on. Luca, just got to maintain his quali pace into race pace, and he can get great results. Frankie making a return as Slushy 3-3. Solid top 5 runner. Let's see if he can get on a podium. And Ben, if he can sort his connections out, will definitely challenge. And like Sam said, Logan, he did spring some surprises. I think he got a podium here last season, and you never know with safety cars and penalties. So we'll find out, as I think the Aston Martin of Josh is going to be the second to start a lap. I think the Haas of JJ Francis will be first. Josh right on the back of him. But do you want to take us through this lap with JJ Francis, Sam?
Yeah, I'll go through the lap with JJ Francis. So you get that long run down into turn 1, going into that chicane. You've got to make sure to hit that inside curb to make sure you get a good exit out of turn 2. Does that very nicely. Foot down to the ground, going past turn 3. Now turn 4 has been narrowed down for this year's game, so you can't launch it in as well as you could last year's game. But he takes it pretty cautiously, just setting that banker lap is what he needs to, but especially you can't ride that curb anymore with the raised banking. But as he ends sector 1, we'll see what his sector 1 split time is. 32.8 is the target to beat as he heads round turn 13. Very easy to go too deep, hit into the wall, but he takes this very nicely as going into the right hander. Now he's got to carry as much speed as possible through here without going too wide. But like I said, JJ Francis is managing to nail this lap so far. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him. Gonna have to hope that AlphaTauri does get out of the way. As he heads into the fastest corner of the circuit, and he does that very nicely. Goes down to gear 5 though in the end, which surprisingly not many people do, as the AlphaTauri gets out of the way with the second DRS straight. Going into the third, the final corner, turn 27 corners around this track. Very hard to master, but if you get it right, you can get a lot of lap time. With DRS now open, foot to the floor, what can he set a lap time to beat? 28.7, but BCFC Josh beats it with a 28.3.
Yeah, and that's on the medium compound tyres for Josh. JJ Francis had a bit of traffic in his way, and Josh obviously got the slipstream right behind him that entire lap. Yeah. Now we see Taze Frozen exiting the pit lane as his teammate Callum is just entering the pit lane. And now we see Callum 3/10 off JJ Francis' time. Got points here last season. See if he can replicate it. We've got Logan now starting his lap after he was in front of JJ Francis. Ben, I think he's joined back, so that's good. And his teammate Carbro goes behind as Billy now goes in front by exactly 100th. But it's Josh leading the pace, and now Slushy ahead of him by a couple tenths on the softs. And Josh going to prove himself on those softs later on in the session, why he's one of the contenders for pole position. That's already a brilliant time on a compound slower. As Chaz F1, I think he backed off, will have to go again. Warren off there, don't know if that counted. Killian in the pits, Cody across the line. Cody goes by half a tenth onto provisional pole, already setting the pace. And what about Horosia in the pits? Luca. AlphaTauri had a great qualifying last time out, 4th and 6th, but to unfortunately score no points. They were one of the biggest disappointments of the weekend. Let's see if they can bounce back. And Ben, like I said, still in the pits. Logan just coming to the end of his lap. He's got a Haas in front of him. I think they're going into the pits. So the 27th and final corner to navigate for Logan. He'll have a bit of DRS and slipstream from the Haas, but he comes across the line to set a 128.2, and it goes P3.
So to add on that lap, he had a purple sector 2 and sector 3. So that sector 1 lap, that sector 1 is where he obviously messed up, because I looked at the sector splits and he did have purple sector 2 and 3. So if he can nail that sector 1, he could be up there.
Set the gap to leader then. Just over a tenth covers the top 3. 3 different teams. Actually 6 different teams in the top 6 at the moment. as Luca will have to go again. He's backed off like Chaz. What's going on there? Chaz, is up on a lap again, and Haas maybe just in his way. One of the top performances we've seen in recent time from Chaz as Ben's retired. He will start this race from last as Chaz crosses the line. 27.4. What a lap by 6/10. He now goes on to provisional pole as Ben has left again. Getting back. He is really struggling with, I don't know, his game. I'm thinking it's just not letting him. I have not. What do you think it could be, Sam?
I could just be connection issues. He could have an issue with his Wi-Fi right now. Hopefully he gets back in for the session though.
But just like Chaz, Ben will start this race from last. Shocker in qualifying for one of the top predicted drivers. He will start at the back. And let's see if he can do what Chaz did last time out. But at the moment, it's Chaz F1 by a mighty 6.5 tenths ahead of the rest. And we're going to wait for the likes of BCFC Josh to challenge that. And we've got 10 actual times on the board. And now we wait for Taze Frozen.
Yeah, I was about to say Taze Frozen is only about a tenth, just over a tenth down on Chaz's lap in combining all three sectors. So it looks like he's going to put this onto the front row after this lap. His sector 2 was the quickest out of everyone. His sector 1 did let him down a little bit.
And he does go ahead of Chaz by 65 thousandths. Taze versus Chaz. And it's Taze coming out on top in the McLaren. His first qualifying lap of the season puts him at the top of the table. Still think that's a really solid lap from Logan, though, to put in P5. And we're still waiting for Callum, Killian, and Erosia. Killian, there we go, Ben's in, but unfortunately he's just going to have to spectate for the next 10.5 minutes. So a good representative first sector time. Killian comes across it now, 33.3.
It's a 31.9 is Chaz set in this first sector.
Wow. 32.0, I think.
Oh, it was 32.0. 31, yeah, 32.0 might have been.
Yeah. So Killian's about second off the pace, roughly, but that first sector is the most technical, working your way through all the left and right corners that come at you so quickly. But now, DRS open as he winds his way to the end of sector 2, past turn 21, and then the quick chicane of 22 and 23. It's a 2-minute 2, slightly tapping the wall there. But now, the final sector, you pretty much are only focused on that one corner, the braking zone, the entry, the exit. With DRS open, using all his ERS, see if Killian can get this into the top 10. We got 3 drivers covered by 16 thousandths of the 2 Hasses and the Ferrari of Billy. Callum not quite in there yet with Haas versus Ferrari, but now Killian, where can he slot that AlphaTauri? The other Ferrari, the other Ferrari powered, but he comes across the line to be P11. He's Red Bull powered, isn't he? But he just misses out on the top 10 by quite a margin, unfortunately. But now, Herosia, 32.5, only 3 tenths off.
Yeah, I was going to say, between Taze and Chaz, we can see that Chaz has obviously got to be running a higher downforce setup. So in the first sector, he's a 10th.5 clear of Taze. But then in the second and third sector, which is more about straight line speed, Taze is about a 10th clear. So that would leave it to be about half a tenth, which is what we have seen.
Herosia in the wall. Just checking the chats, but Herosia has whacked the wall, exit of 23. And I don't think he's got any damage, but that lap is ruined. Taze he's going again. He's 2 tenths up. Is Taze frozen? 32.0. He's found the time, and we could maybe potentially be seeing a 26 lap time. But Taze is on it. But we also have to keep our attention to BCFC Josh, who will be putting on the soft soon. As a second down to 7th. We're all in the pit lane, so it's Taze frozen out in front. At the moment, I don't know if the others will even get a third lap. Mighty first sector. And now he enters the second sector. He's lost some time though, only a 10th and a bit now improved. So he will be on for a 27.2 to get more of a deficit towards his rivals in this race. But at the moment he's just got one corner to navigate now. Turn 27 in the McLaren. Don't hit the inside wall, don't hit the outside wall, and take it absolutely perfectly like that. And across the line for Taze, he'll definitely improve. It's a 1 minute 27.169 to be nearly 3 tenths clear of the rest. And now the rest are coming on their out laps, including JJ Francis, who's invalidated, so he heads in. Callum was up, Oh, wow. Callum did a really good first sector. 32-2. 7 tenths up, but invalidated, unfortunately.
Wow.
That's the problem. Any of these guys could like spring such a surprise. It was so close in Bahrain. I think 1.096 covered all 18 drivers. But this time the gap's a bit bigger. Like, look at second and third. There's a
I mean,
massive
it is a
gap.
longer circuit and more
Exactly.
corners. You're going to expect it, but that's like what happened in real life. I mean, we saw the field covered by not very much, but with the longer circuit, more technical corners, could see anyone taking it. But to add on Taser's lap, you know, you said he lost time in sector 2, but he was still over a tenth clear of the rest of the drivers in sector
Mm.
2. So I think his first lap on sector 2 must have been very good, or he can just find time, and I can definitely expect to see Taser and some other drivers going into the 26ers.
Indeed. Right, here we go then. BCFC Josh, what can he deliver on the soft compound tyres? He's coming up to the line now, and he's got about a 600-metre climb down to turn 1. Heavy braking zone, and we'll see if he can nail it. You want to hit the inside curb as he shifts down the gears. He's taken that very nicely indeed through the chicane, and now over the curb a little bit, losing a little bit of time, but he's managed to maintain the momentum. And now a quick turn to turn 4, and he takes it cautiously, using a lot of curb on the outside, and he's just settling the car there. Little loss to the rear. Now the corners come out. You're making sure not to ride the curb that makes you go straight on. He's not attacked the chicane as much as other drivers, but it'll be a decent first sector. It's a 32.2, found 4 tenths. Let's see what we can do. Now through the long sweeping left-hander, you want to get the foot planted as soon as possible. Make the car straight, ride up to the wall, and ride the wall alongside the inside. He's not taking as much track as possible, but he's still finding time. He's taken that really nicely indeed. The third chicane of 4 on this lap, and now he's just got to make sure he gets his pedal foot flat to the floor. DRS wide open, going as quickly as possible past turn 21. Now the quick 22-23 complex. He's 6 tenths up, but he's messed turn 22 up. He didn't take all the curb he needed, but now he's just got to maintain it through the straight. 6 tenths up, that will only get him potentially up to third. As speaking of third, Logovic has gone P3. Brilliant lap to go even quicker. Now one final corner for Josh. He's been really hesitant. He brushes the wall. He'll get a slight bit of slipstream from the car in front, but he crosses the line. It will be a 1 minute 27.6 to go, P3, but it's not enough to challenge. Callum. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say, so while you were walking through that lap, I was looking at Logan and Callum's lap. Logan actually set a purple sector 2 on his lap. So quickest of anyone in sector 2, and Callum was just very clean on his lap and just managed to get the lap in. It was very solid from both of them.
Across the line, the Haas of Carbro. I think he's just improved tonight, but what a Ferrari smoking. P5 and 7, and 1,000th separates Cody and Billy, who hits the wall. They're getting their formation in. They're right together on track. But yeah, Cody in the pit lane. We'll only get one more lap time in. Chaz is on his out lap. He's got an Aston right in front of Josh, but he's not on a push lap, so it shouldn't be fine. It should be fine. The Slushy now goes ahead of Josh. Frankie goes to P3. His teammate, Warren, still the slowest of the pack, but he's whacking the wall, finishing a lap time now. 3.1 seconds down as he crosses the line, a 1 minute 29.8. He improves, goes ahead of Killian, who's up by a second now. So let's see if he can get ahead of Luca. He might be able to get it into the top 10. Looks a little hesitant there. Didn't seem the fastest we've ever seen anyone take the last corner, but he crosses the line, a 28.6. And he does get himself into the top 10 ahead of JJ Francis. Callum yet to set a lap, as is Horosia.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, Horosia, he can't set a lap. His first sector was only a 32.1, so not even a bad first sector. He just can't seem to be setting his lap.
Here we go then, Chaz F1, the one who set the outright pace in sector 1, a 32.0 that Taze matched. Can he really attack these corners? No, he's out!
Oh.
He crashes, and he's out of qualifying! He attacked it too much, he turned in, he crashes, and for the second week in a row, Chaz F1 will not see the checkered flag at the end of qualifying, because he is out. It's P2 at best. That is getting clipped. Oh my god, Slushy and everyone else now can challenge. Taze Frozen may have just been gifted this pole position now. Slushy's left, never mind. Oh, he's an EA driver, isn't he? Don't even have him added.
Yeah, Killian went P10 ahead of JJ Francis.
Just gonna quickly check. Yeah, Frankie's saying he disconnected.
He won't have time to set his last lap in. That is unfortunate considering he could have been up there putting a lap already in P3.
Right, then we'll have to see what everyone else can do. 5 behind Slushy on outlaps. Carbro, I think he's slowed down on his lap. Killian in the pits, that's his qualifying over. P10 at best. JJ on his outlap. Luca heading through sector 2, but he's got a McLaren in his way of Callum,
They're
who's
both
also
on
on a lap. Yeah.
No,
As Frankie's back in, that's good.
Callum doesn't have ER. He's not deploying ERS. So did Callum just get in the way there of Luca?
Not too sure. That might be investigate. But Luca, final corner then. He's 1.7 seconds off pole position. He got P4 in qualifying last time. He was the star of qualifying. But this time round, he comes across the line. It's a 29.0 to not even improve. Luca will be P12 at best. Callum's in the pits.
Yeah, he's out of fuel. He had no fuel.
Oh, and that's it. That's it for Callum. Then Horosia, last chance. He crosses the line. He's got a Ferrari behind him of Callum. Has Callum improved? Can he find any more time than already a sensational P6? Oh, wait, I think he's starting his lap. What about his teammate, Billy? Wait, no. Yeah, he's just starting. Oh, yeah. I hate when the game's this.
I hate when it does that, yeah.
Josh has already invalidated on his run. That'll be P4 at best then for Josh. Missing out by...
Logan's off into the wall.
Oh, my God. People are pushing the limits. They're finding it, but they're going over it, unfortunately. So Callum, he whacks the wall. And he's got a spinning Williams in front of him. That's going to really hinder him. And it does. He goes off. And that was Horosia, I think. Horosia will start P15. Such a changed grid we have on our hands as Taze frozen. Can he find any more time across the curbs? And he's lagging all over the show on the onboard. So, can he get into the 1 minute 31? There's a Williams in front of him. But does he improve? He does by 46 thousandths. Now, what about Callum? He's invalidated. Cody's got no front wing.
Done. He's done, yeah.
Oh, my God. Billy heading through the final sector now. Carbro is invalidated. He's also got no front wing. Madness at the end of Q2. JJ Francis pushing. Has he found any time at the end of sector 2? We'll wait and see. He's found 6/10. Good lap so far. Now we'll see the drivers cross the line. Oh, my God. Taze is out. He's spun. Don't know what happened with the Haas there, but that's it for Taze. Can anyone challenge as Billy goes up to P7? Now we see the Aston Martin of Josh come into the pit lane. Now what about Callum? P6 would be brilliant for him. Yep, invalid. So I think it's just JJ.
It would have been a 27.6. He would have put himself P3.
Coming across the line for JJ Francis. Puts himself P8. So it will be Taze frozen on pole position with no front wing. Ahead of Chaz F1. Frankie 3rd, Josh 4th, and Logan and Callum on the 3rd row. That is absolutely brilliant laps from them. And unfortunately, Callum invalidated, couldn't go quicker with it. But his teammate right behind him, that's a brilliant qualifying for Ferrari. That is a shot qualifying for Horosia and Ben. There you have it. By just under 3/10, Taze Frozen takes pole. And I'm sure Josh will be disappointed with that. 18 thousandths off 3rd. Apparently Killian got in Taze's way.
Well, all I can say is one thing. For JJ Francis, his first sector was 6/10 down on Taze's, but his second sector directly matched it. So he must have really low downforce.
Right, just gonna take a quick photo of the grid just in case. Didn't even realise Ben left. He's left and joined so many times now.
Yeah.
Right. There we go then. Just waiting
I
for
hate to say
people.
this for Logan's point of view. Are you allowed to purposely crash out in quali?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Yeah, he invalidated his lap, so he just drove into a wall.
Yeah. I mean, there's
It's
plenty of
fine
times where,
then.
where I'm on a lap and I
Yeah,
invalidate and I just turn into
that's
the wall and
fair.
yeah. Right then, we'll have formation lap so we can see what people have chose for their tyres, and then we will get the race underway. Just checking the chats real quick. Yep, even if Taser's annoyed, he's still got P1. Chaz is going to be annoyed there, obviously crashing at turn 4. Could have been more. Josh, I think, could have found more time. I'm sure Callum and Logan are over the moon, though. Should be dry as well. 25 laps. What would you say the strategy is around here, Sam? Medium, hard, hard, medium?
For me, I think the hard medium is best if you believe that there's going to be no safety cars. But if you believe that there is a safety car, the medium hards could definitely be the strat because these hard tires do last a long time. But tire degradation around this track is decently high, so we'll have to see what people do. But my choice would definitely be the hard to mediums.
No one's going to listen to you. Everyone's on softs and mediums at the moment. Even the top two,
Well,
they've picked the softs, but you never know. Last
yeah,
second they could
soft to
change.
hards. I think soft to hards could work as well, or
Do you
hards
think
to
soft medium
softs.
could even be a potential?
No. If you do,
Interesting.
you are very confident in your tyre wear, and you would have to manage those tyres
Oh,
like
Cody.
ruthlessly.
Cody put hards on. I think he's the only one at the moment. As the formation lap begins, oh, Cody and Herosia have put the hard compound tyres on.
I
Um,
think look out for them. I think they're going to be climbing up the order with that strategy. That's my strategy. That's what I would have chose anyway if I was racing in this race. I would have chose hard
right
to
then.
medium,
So
hard
the
to
front
soft
two
maybe.
have put the softs on. They're going aggressive. Same with Carbro and Killian. Warren, Callum and Ben. All at the back. They want to make up ground. But we got 6 drivers in a row on medium compound tyres. And they're going to try and go long. And you never know how the softs could manage. But, of course, 16 people of Tier 2 level around Saudi Arabia. If we do not somehow get a safety car, that will blow everyone's minds. But, yeah, unfortunately, Ben is still struggling with his connections or whatever it is. Really unfortunate that he's not really had any time to deliver any of his pace around here. So promising for the top 2 in Bahrain last time out to not even pretty much be here. So it's up to the rest. Chaz F1 who got P2, just missed out on the win last week. He's hungry for it, but he's got another person to challenge him now. It's Taze Rosen going for his first win. He won the social race at Britain, but now let's see if he can get his first official win on the cards. He's setting the pace, got a bit of a gap to Chaz, who's holding everyone else up. And let's see who's going to lose ground, who's going to gain ground. Let's turn the tyres off. There we go. I'll just quickly check with Ben what's going on. Right then, who's your prediction on to lead into turn 1, Sam? Taze or Chaz?
You know, you start
Look at
in
that
P1.
gap.
You start on the outside, don't you? Pretty sure.
Yeah, the second has the inside, yeah. The dirty side.
If Chaz gets a decent launch, I can see Chaz sending it and taking the lead. But if I was to go for a safe bet, I'd say Taser's. I know Taser's starts aren't the worst, and he can get a decent start. But for me, he is lagging all over the place. I don't know if that's just
He is a bit. I think,
me.
yeah, he
But
lagged into the wall. But first, we need to see who can get their grid position right. So, can Taze Frozen slot into his grid box correctly or get disqualified? Seems good to me. Now, Chaz F1, what about him? There comes the white line. His tyre on the yellow line.
oh,
Seems good as well. Looks like the camera angle as Lucas gets disqualified is going to face the drivers at the back. Ben slots in. We're all ready then for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. As the lights come on then. 3, 4 and 5. It's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Taze on the left. Chaz on the right. The revs rise. as someone jumped the start, but it's lights out, and away we go, and Chaz F1 has made a brilliant start ahead of Taze Frozen. He leads into turn 1, and then down the inside is the Aston on the Alpine, but they make it through. Now the Ferrari round the outside of Logan, losing the rear is Callum, but Logan gets ahead due to it, but they've all managed to face forward, apart from Ben in the AI, as he's back in his car now, and we carry on through the tight, twisty corners, and he's out of the race, unfortunately. So Chaz, ahead of Taze, ahead of Slushy, ahead of Josh, ahead of Logan, ahead of Callum, ahead of Cody's in 7th. They're all going wide and off the track. Callum hasn't hit a proper corner yet, and as a result, he's got a 3-second time penalty, as Billy's down to P10, battling away with Herosia, who's made a brilliant start on those hards into P10. Billy goes wide, so we face our attention back to the front. Chaz ahead of Taze. Biggest gainer at the moment is Warren up to P8, and Herosia was losing the rear, and going off there is the Ferrari and the McLaren, and the AlphaTauri is ghosting for some reason. Luca, I don't know if he's in this race. If I get him back in, Sam,
I have invited him. I have invited him. Yeah, so I was looking further at the back from like the midfield kind of standpoint. It was actually fairly clean at the back. Surprisingly, actually, there was minimal contact as we watched Carbro making the move on Warren there.
And taking the lead momentarily is Slushy, sending on both, but Chaz regains it. Taze and now Slushy battling for P2 as we finish lap 1. Got a mental battle on our hands for first place now, as here comes Slushy then on the mediums. Chaz hangs it round, they make slight contact, but Chaz keeps the hold of the lead, and Taze is looking for the switch on both of them, as in the background Josh watches this all, and now Taze and Slushy are going to go wheel to wheel through turn 4. Who gives in? It's Taze who lets... Oh, and he's round! He's into the wall, he's lost his front wing. Taze Frozen, he let Slushy go, but he lost the rear, and unfortunately Taze Frozen's race has now just been taken a massive toll on him, as his teammate now gets past, and now he's got to make his way all the way back to the pit lane. Oh yeah, the gaps. There we go. As Lucas back in, good to see. Keep it on pens. Right then, Chaz F1, 6/10 ahead of Frankie. Josh not too far behind. Logan under pressure from Callum, who's having a great race, but unfortunately with that 3 second may hinder him later on. Cody on the hards, remember, in P6, just keep him with. Warren holding down the 40 P7. He's got some brilliant defense, as we saw last week. He's ahead of Carbro. Rosie also on the charge, watching this. Killian staying in the top 10 at the moment. Callum ahead of JJ, ahead of Taze Frozen, who's got to pit, and then Luca, who's going to get back in his car, and Billy has now dropped all the way down to last after pitting, and unfortunately Ben has retired, and he's left the session as well. So round the final corner, Callum, there we go. He's battling away with Logan for P4. This is, it seems like they're the closest, but Carbro now gets past Warren. Rosie watching this unfold. Could he get both of them? Hard versus soft versus soft. As coming into the pits is Warren. He has damage. Maybe it's Herosia. Pulls out so late. He's lost his end plate. He goes round the outside. He locks up and he makes the move stick even with damage. Brilliant move. A little bit of contact, but he gets it done. Don't know why he pulled out so late. He's got damage now, unfortunately. And now the AlphaTauri is looking right on the back of Carbro. Stays behind as Herosia goes off. That damage is seriously going to hinder him. As Slushy losing ground to Chaz, now a second. Josh closing within. Logan still under pressure from Callum. Slushy's got no ERS, that's why. As Carbro and Herosia losing ground. Herosia's slowing down, letting them go. He's probably going to pit at the end of this lap. So unfortunate for someone who had a great start, and now for some reason they're all slowing down. Killian and Carbro wheel to wheel. Callum watching this unfold. He knows some good points are up for grabs here as they bang wheels, and Carbro and Killian go off. Callum will try the switch on both, and Killian gets ahead. And he lets him go. What on earth? As through goes JJ Francis, 1, 2, and now 3 on his teammate. Down the inside at turn 22. Haas battle, and it ends with JJ Francis getting ahead of all of them. And Sushi has been overtaken by Josh as Warren's out. That might be a safety car. It is a BSC. As they pass the pit lane, do the leaders. Callum got ahead of Logan through all that. Cody on the back of them. And JJ Francis has got through all of them. This will allow Herosia to pit as well. But unfortunately on those hards, what else can he go on to besides mediums? It's Callum's in.
So yeah, the reason why BCFC Josh got P2 especially is that Slushy mounted the curb on the exit of turn 8, so he went straight
Ah.
on and went out of DRS of Chaz, so which really allowed Josh to close in on him and
Wow, that was a
make the
quick
move.
VSC. Yeah,
Very
it's
quick.
over. And Josh is 1.1 behind Chaz. We've seen this before 4 seasons ago between Chaz F1 and Josh fighting for the lead at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. They're good now, and let's see if they can give us a good fight. Slushy just doesn't seem to have the pace when he's used all his ERS. And Logan in P4, Cody. Like you said, Sam, watch out for him on the hards. And then we have the two asses, and then Luca. Callum, who's pitted, and then Killian behind to round out the top 10. And now it's McLaren's comeback, as Taze is within a bit of a fight up until P10, but the top 9 are ages away. And it's so unfortunate that Callum has that 3 second. He's actually looking in a really good position. But we'll see how everyone else goes on with their pens. As down the inside, Taze ahead of Horosia. He's already on the comeback, and that's his first overtake. I'm sure his teammate won't put up much of a fight. But closest battle on track now. Actually, they're all pretty separated. I think Cody to Logan and Callum to Killian. So this is one of those races that will just absolutely fly by, as we're already a fifth of the way done as we start lap 5 with Chaz F1 going for the victory, as it looks like he's got a good gap now to Josh with good ERS compared to the Aston, and Slushy will hopefully just hold on to this podium as Josh now gets a 3 second. Like I said, they're going to fall with the warnings, and already one of the top guys has got it. He's sliding through the corners. He just doesn't seem at one with the car with those medium compound tyres on. I think
Slushy mounted the same curb.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
also
he
gone
mounted
off.
the same curb.
And now it's going to be Logan and Cody on him. That's not going to help Cody because he wanted the DRS all to himself. But now we've got 3 drivers.
Cody and Logan both don't look like they have any interest in trying to catch the top 2 at the moment. Both conserving their ERS compared to the top 3.
What's happened here? Callum and Luca, I think, causing yellows. They've lost time. The 2 Hassers are now clear in front. Yeah, Callum's lost a heap of time. He's spun that corner where you can mount the curb and head straight on. So many struggling at the moment. So at any point in time, any one of these 14 could lose it. Just like that. But yeah, Slushy now 4 seconds behind the leaders as Logan is gaining. You said and predicted a podium for Logan, Sam. Well, he's right on the cusp of it now, as Cody's watching this all unfold. Alpine versus Red Bull versus Mercedes. And here comes Logan then. 70% against 10%. It's like lightweight versus heavyweight. But down the inside will go Logan to take P3 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And he's done it. But Frankie just holds off behind. A little bit of contact, pushing him through. But Logan's got the move done.
Yeah, Cody, even though he wants to conserve his ERS, he's going to need to get past Slushy fairly quickly, because Slushy will just hold him up otherwise, as he does not have the ERS to battle Logan. So, as Cody and Slushy both mount the curb, both almost go straight off, as both
So
going
easy.
off there.
Oh, and I think Slushy's
Cody,
just going to
yeah.
not fight it. Let him go and just stick with.
Cody doesn't have DRS.
Yeah, when the mediums die off in a couple laps time, we'll probably gain. But at that moment, he's looking in a good position. Only 7.6 off the lead.
Oh, he hits the wall though.
I've just realised Chaz is on the softs. No wonder he's pulling away from Josh.
Yeah, that's
Killian.
Chaz is on the softs.
As Killian gets past his teammate, as Luca drops down the order, he's slowing down to let people go. Seems like that's an area where a lot of people are just, I can't fight you, have the position, I'm going to stick with. As, yeah, 3.6 now between Chaz and Josh. Chaz has got to pit soon, but he's loving life at the moment. As, yeah, Logan
gonna overtake Cody.
So across the line. I don't know who got DRS there. Cody makes slight contact with Slushy. Should be okay. Now he'll get the DRS. Will he use all his ERS to try and come back at Cody? He's already down to 36%. He's used so much on this lap. Was it all for nothing? Because Slushy regains P4. Cody breaks later, but he dives to the inside and he gets the move back. All this is helping Logan stay in front, who's slightly gaining on Josh, who's just pulling more and more away from Chaz. And it's got to be hard compound tyres for Chaz, right?
Yeah, it has to be. There's no way he's going to pull these softs out. These softs are dying out They've probably died out about now. I imagine the tyre wear is extremely through the roof, especially with this track being quite a long circuit with lots of corners. These tyres are not going to last much longer for Chaz. But in terms of Cody and Slushy, Cody's got past back Slushy and
That's
is
what I was
right on
saying.
the back of Logan.
Yeah, lady luck for Cody as Logan and Slushy both messed up at that corner. And Cody's made a little mistake there, but he will get DRS of Logan. So
now
the fight's back
Cody,
on.
yeah, Cody needs to stay within DRS though, but not use too much ERS because he's got about half of what Logan does. So as long as he can just stay within DRS, not use too much ERS, wait for those mediums to die out a bit more, he's going to be fine. But Taze Frozen making the comeback up to P9.
Yeah, I was just going to say Killian and Luca have messed up. The AlphaTauris, McLaren are back on the move in formation, as well as Haas, keeping 6th and 7th down. That'll be great points for the team. But it looks like 3rd, 4th and 5th, all separated by 7/10ths, are not close to one another for any sort of move. 5.6 now the gap. Chaz is absolutely flying on those softs and will surely have to pit in the next few laps. Closest battle at the moment. Never mind, Luca's out. That could be a safety car. It's a VSC again.
Surprisingly for Chaz, his lap times are very similar. Like the last 3 laps, he's been consistent with like a 33 flat to 33.4. So
this will give people a chance to save their ERS, save their tyre wear a little bit. As Hirosia, oh, they're in the pits. Hirosia and Killian. Billy stays out. That's the second VSC then. After Warren crashed and brought it, and now Lucas crashed and brought it. Does Bert Mylander just not want to? Does he not? Is he not asked or something? As
he's having a day off today. He's just sitting in the paddock.
He's not in the car.
He's happy where he is.
I was too late with my lunch. I'm eating it now. But Chaz got the gap. The last VSC was pretty short, so this one's lasting a little longer. And now it's. I thought it ended then, but he's heading. Now it has. Yeah, there we go. So it's ended before any of the leaders can approach the pit lane. I'm sure Chaz would have loved if it lasted a little longer.
I think Chaz's gonna start another lap. You know, there's no blue signal on his telemetry to signal that he's going into the pits. I think he's gonna stay out one more lap.
We'll find out. But here comes Cody then, down the inside of Logan, and he gets him before the DRS detection zone. So Logan will get DRS back. He'll get a better exit as Cody's maintained 3rd. But for how much longer? Logan with the DRS, the massive amount of ERS compared to Cody, and he'll regain P3. It's a great scrap, but how much of this is futile to gain towards Logan, gain towards Josh and Chaz? Logan gets back ahead of Cody, and Slushy now with a switchback, just avoiding Cody's rear tyre there. But good racing between the two. The Red Bull versus the Mercedes, and Cody's just going to have to sit behind a bit longer as the gap is now 10 seconds from him to Chaz.
Oh, Josh is off at exit turn 8, like we said.
Oh, he's struggling so much. As now the gap's going to be around 2 seconds between Logan and Cody. 44.79. Logan's doing very well here as the two has to swap because Carbro's messed up. And Callum's got a second penalty, who's also gone off as Killian now speeds. Not sure if he'll retire. Yeah, he's retired. Yep, so we've lost both AlphaTauris, one Alpine and Ben right at the start. That shouldn't be anything. Hirosia P12 at the moment. And Taze 7 seconds off the next car. So we focus our attention back. Slushy right on the back of Cody. He's not caring about saving his ERS. He just wants to be right on them. As we're about to start lap 10 with Chaz. Does he go into the pit lane? Or does he carry on? He's carrying on. And what about Slushy down the inside of Pro Cody? A little bit of contact again. Cody's in the wall. And Slushy lets him go. Cody's not going to be happy about that. I think he's just scraped away from any sort of damage.
He got quite lucky there, Cody, then, because that was quite a hefty hit.
Yellow. Hirosia.
Spun round.
Does he have any damage? Don't think so. As Callum at Carbro's in the pits.
Josh is really struggling. Logan's only 2 seconds behind him now. I think on this game, the mediums have a weird threshold between like 30 and 40% tyre wear.
He's gone off again!
Die out.
He just really is not enjoying.
Chaz
what turn
is coming
that?
in the pits this lap. Chaz actually could try the medium tyres. He's managed to extend this stint amazingly. The two VSCs helped him a little bit. But my God, has Chaz really sorted this stint out?
Tyre Whisperer could be taking a new form of a name as Chaz F1 as he heads through turn 22 and 3. I think it's turn 8 that they're all struggling with.
Yeah, exit
4,
turn
5,
8.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, turn 8. So Josh, 1.3 ahead of Logan. They're not. None of them are within a second of each other now, as Cody's just dipped in, but I don't know if he's going to get DRS. I think he was too late. Yeah, he's too late. So now,
he got it.
Chaz F1. Did he?
Cody got it.
For me, the flat's not open, but Chaz F1 is into the pits then.
Oh, that's for me.
And he'll come out around about where JJ Francis and Callum are. Don't know if he stayed out long enough to get in front, but the leaders carry on then. Obviously, not on the softs, and I don't think anyone else is on the softs. It's just Chaz. But what does he put on? He puts the mediums on. So soft medium, the strategy we thought would not happen. Chaz is going to try and make it happen, and this is going to be very close indeed between JJ Francis and Callum. I think he's just got ahead of them, and that is absolutely perfect for Chaz F1 to come out ahead of JJ and Callum, and now he can do some damage with those mediums, but he's got to preserve them at least a bit for the end, but at the moment he's in control of this race. Callum, another 3 second, as Josh has gone off again. As we approach the halfway stage nearly, Cody right on the back of Logan. Slushy is just dropping more and more. You can already see Chaz F1 in the background there. And now it looks like Cody has regained. Remember, he's on the hards. Maybe, just maybe, Cody can put the softs on at the end. What do you think, Sam?
If I was in Cody's position, personally, what I would do, because the undercut is so powerful in this year's game, I could not risk staying out to go to the softs. I think you've got to pit onto the mediums as because Cody is managing to stick with Logan and Josh. So for the battle for P2 is on for Cody, definitely, with the faster compound tyres when they will pit. But the reason Chaz, I think, is going to be so far ahead and his soft stint works really well, Josh kept on losing time and Logan, Cody and Slushy had an amazing battle. So Chaz was just in clean air the whole time, managed to save his tyres. But that's why this stint worked. If he was battling with Josh and Logan, I don't think there was any way he could stay on the softs, but Slushy comes into the pits.
Very sluggishly, like he was sideways nearly, but he does pit as the pit lane, pit window is open for the medium compound tyres now.
Got
Look
front
how
wing
close.
damage.
I did
Front
think
wing
he,
change.
I don't know what happened there. Like, he looked so unnatural coming into the pits. So yeah, that's going to hinder him. Luckily, Callum
Dropped
and
behind
Taze
JJ Francis.
Oh dear, Cody. Penalty. That's going to help Logan. As Josh has lost ground to both of them. He's messed up one too many times and it's lost him both positions. He's really not
Cody got an
liking
illegal
this.
overtake.
Oh, that's really helped Logan now.
That was
who's
unfair.
still
I
yet
don't
to
think.
get
Cody
a pen.
didn't deserve an illegal overtake there.
And what is Josh letting him go?
Josh, yeah.
So much
Josh was
sportsmanship from a lot-
TRS. No,
From
Josh
a lot
was
of drivers
TRS.
to let them go, but I'll tell you what, Chaz F1, who's already made his pit stop, is right behind these two. They'll pit soon.
They need
But
to let him
Chaz now
go.
has to surely
need to
let him go. He's so quick. Logan's
flying.
loving this. Right then, who overtakes who and who lets who go? Look how much grip and traction Chaz has on those new mediums compared to Josh, who's struggling so much. Cody is still on those hard compound tyres. He might give them a bit of a fight, but Chaz using his ERS. Not using his ERS, should I say. Will he go for the inside? Does he want to risk it? He does go to the inside of Josh. He leaves him enough room. They're wheel to wheel through the final corner. And that is a very nice, clean move from Chaz. He's blocking Josh, who, if he wanted to pit that lap, would have had to back out. But with a slip from Cody,
Logan's
he gets
in.
back ahead. Logan is in. And they stay how they are.
Sorry, that was a very slow pit stop from Logan. He was 18 miles an hour going into the pits.
Pit entry. Oh, right. So he might have lost some time there.
I think that Cody, well, not Cody, but Josh, if Josh pits next lap, Josh could jump him.
I think Logan was trying to cover off the undercut, but in doing so, he might have lost some time there. Right over the curb again. We'll see it this time. Can Josh actually take the corner? Seems like he is this time, but those mediums are screaming as we're past the halfway stage. He goes defensive to the inside. Chaz goes around the outside. They're neck and neck with their tyres, and Chaz gets ahead of Josh. Brilliant move. So much more traction, so much more speed, so much more confidence on those mediums. And now it's just Pro Cody before he
Cody needs to
regains
let
the lead.
Chaz through. He needs to let him through. He can't afford to.
Oh!
He spins into Chaz.
Pro Cody's lost the rear. He's hit Chaz. He's lost his front wing. We have another VSC. Does Chaz have damage? I don't think so. I think he's just got... No, I think he's just gone away with damage.
He's fine. Fine.
Is this a big brain move or something? Like, if Cody got no damage there, he could have caused this VSC
he
to stay ahead of Logan.
Cody got no front wing.
Yeah. So Chaz, through all that, does regain the lead. Josh right on the back. This will help Josh, however, to pit and then come out in front of Logan. Cody.
What did I say? What did I say about Cody? He has the pace. He just spins. He has the pace. He just spins. It's unfortunate for him. I've lost the rear end of that corner a couple of times. It's very easy to, but he is going to not lose too much considering it is a VSC.
Yeah, they're all going to pit.
You're going to have to hope he's not too far away from Logan.
Yeah, heart in mouth moment for
Logan's
Chaz F1.
Overtake.
Seeing his win potentially under threat there, but Logan will get past Josh still as the VSC ends. Josh exits the pit lane on soft compound tyres compared to Logan's hards. Josh has gone medium soft. Are you really going to go 12 laps, Josh, when you've been struggling all race? That is ambitious.
Wow. Well, Chaz did it. I think that's what Chaz did it for 11 laps.
Something like that.
I think that's why he's gone for it, but that is latter stages of the race as Cody, Callum all go off at turn 8.
Oh my god. Right then, just a quick check of the tyres. Carbo's only had those... Do you think Carbo could go to the end? Because he's only a 1 lap older than Chaz and he's in P2 at the moment. Under the radar,
struggle.
Horosia 3 seconds.
He'll go to the end, but he's going to struggle later stages. I think Logan will get past him lap 16.
Right then, so Chaz F1 has a 15-second advantage. He nearly got taken out there with Cody. He was lucky to avoid any sort of damage. He starts lap 15, 10 laps to go ahead of Carbro, 1.8 ahead of Logan, who's already under pressure from Josh. And if he's smart, he won't fight it. And
Cody's got Callum, sorry.
Oh, Cody's got Callum. Yeah. There we go. As Callum will keep his nose in there, not get the greatest exit, and Cody's back in front. As Josh is ahead of Logan. Logan's just going to have to stick with this time and hope those softs fall off.
They will.
And
no way
Slushy
he's keeping them.
Versus JJ. Slushy gets the move, and JJ just about holds on to be facing forward. And let's see, Tay's pitted, so he's down in P9, the pole sitter. Not had the greatest race after he too, like Cody, lost the rear at this very corner, lost his front wing. It's amazing, we've had 3 VSCs but no safety cars.
Yeah, it's because they've all been single crashes, and it's only been like the people that DNF'd, they were off the track. So that's why, and the Cody who's still in it, it was front wing, so that is why. But Taze is flying on these mediums. Don't count him out for the top 5 potentially in this race. He's making a comeback.
Right, Rose is pitted, P12 out of 12, nearly getting lapped by Chaz, but he'll put the mediums on to the end. Billy just missing out on points, half a minute off as Carbo's got a penalty. That doesn't help him. Yeah, McLaren just on the edge of points, but Taze will gain with the people with pens. Cody versus Callum. You don't often see that through turn 22 and 3, but Callum is back ahead of Cody. Medium versus mediums, and at the moment Callum has got the pace to
Josh
challenge.
got ahead of Carbo.
He does
P2.
indeed. He's into P2, but let's just see how long those softs do last. Carbo right on the back still. Will he try a little attack?
He sent it.
And Josh covers him off. Taze goes even quicker than Josh on the softs, and Carbo tries to switch back round the outside. Josh might have to let this one go. He does, and Carbo gets back ahead. Oh, it loses the rear a little bit. Josh can't find a way through.
This has just helped Logan massively.
Callum turns in too early this time, unlike Chaz and Quali, doesn't get his tyre taken off, and Taze is right on the back of this. Can he get back past? No, he has to sit behind. Callum goes off, Cody gets ahead, Cody hits the wall, and will Taze try a switch as Callum gets 12 seconds worth of penalties now as Josh goes around the outside to get ahead of Carbro, and Taze now gets ahead of Callum, who has to let him go. Overtakes Galore. Taze goes wide, gets the bit of momentum. Now he's going to be on Cody's tail, but he's up in a P8, and like you said, Sam, he could be on for P5, as that's currently being held by JJ Hasso in a really good position. But at the moment, will their tyres last? Carbro's coming back at Josh. Josh might let him go here. He goes to the inside and he lets him go. Chaz in loving life. He's down the final corner to start lap 17. But here comes Josh with no ERS to come back at Carbro. And now Callum gets back ahead of Taze. Taze goes off. Seems like it was an ambitious move. But there's battles everywhere. BCFC Josh and Carbro. And now JJ Francis and Slushy gets into 5th now.
Logan's now been DRS. What I was about to say, not only Chaz is loving this, Logan and Slushy and JJ Francis are all loving this. They're all catching up to 2nd place right now due to this battle.
And Josh gets another penalty as JJ and Slushy. So close, and obviously there's contact,
Callum
but it's
and
great
Cody.
racing so far until
Callum spins Cody.
that moment. Callum, who's been involved in the walls by himself and other drivers, has caused another collision. And it's in the result of Pro Cody being spun round. Such great racing up until then. And now Cody, as evening gets from bad to worse. But yeah, that's what I was going to highlight. We could have a surprise car on the podium here. Because it seems like Logan, for the 2nd season in a row, and that's a brilliant prediction from you, Sam, could get this podium. But who's going to get 3rd? Will it be JJ Francis or Slushy? Or Taze right at the depth? Because he's coming back at Callum. And they're wheel to wheel. Who's going to get in front? Seems like Callum at the moment. Taze is on the outside and he backs off. And he'll get the better exit here as Callum's on the curb. Hits the wall. And it seems like Taze into P7 is as good as gold. But Callum using his ERS and banging wheels with Taze. Doesn't want to cause another collision. But Taze is in front. Josh has got to make sure he uses those softs to get him as far ahead as possible. Yep, here he goes. Hards versus mediums. They're already wearing off, it seems. But then again, Logan has so much more ERS to use. And Carbro will use everything he's got to come back at him. So which way does he go? Inside, outside for the Haas. He goes to the outside. Who will brake later? It seems like it will be Carbro to try and hang it around the outside. Wheel to wheel, so close. Logan has to let him go. And Slushy. And JJ as well. Yeah, Taser's definitely cleared Callum this time. So we've got a mega battle here then for P3, maybe even potentially P2. And if there is a safety...
JJ,
oh my god, 15
battling.
seconds. Yeah, I was going to say, if there's a safety car right now, Chaz is going to hate that.
Oh.
Remember, last time out, Tom had a 10-second lead, safety car, still went on to win, and I don't even think for a second if there's a safety car, Chaz will still not win. He's looked in control. He's
Chaz can
clearly...
pit onto softs and come out in 3rd.
True.
He come out in 2nd or even 1st. Chaz is fine.
Yeah, he's totally got this covered no matter what. JJ now gets a penalty. And that could be a podium potentially gone. It could be between Logan, Slushy and Taze now. We'll put gap to leader just to see that. Who's closer to who? But Slushy and JJ, round 4 I think now between them. No ERS. And Taze has got enough to gain on them.
You know, I've got a prediction to throw out there. Taze and Logan are both going to end up on the podium. I reckon it's going to be Chaz, Logan and Taze. Taze has the pace.
Close.
Taze
Slushy
is catching up there.
Slushy, here he goes then. JJ moves pretty late, but Slushy reacts quicker, goes to the inside and gets past the Haas. As Logan now gets past Carbro, but he goes deep, but he covers him off. And Carbro, losing the rear, allows Logan to get better momentum, and he gets into 3rd. Now Carbro, will he send it up the inside? No, he backs off, and Slushy gets ahead of JJ as Taze is nearly within a second of the lot. So close between them all, and as soon as I was about to say any one of them could make a slight mistake, it's Slushy. He gets ahead of JJ, now he's on the curb. Will this allow Taze to get... Will Slushy rejoin safely? Just about, as Taze gets him. And yeah, Slushy's chances of a podium maybe wiped away. And Carbro goes back down the inside of Logan. Them battling is helping Josh, because if it finishes like this, Josh will beat Carbro. Logan will still get 2nd though. And he really isn't wanting all this battling to happen at this very stage. The laps are going to tumble down. At the moment, Haas are looking for a great result. But
Josh
how
has
far
6
can they keep it?
seconds.
He does. So it'll drop him behind Logan. And maybe potentially Taze, who's the quickest of the lot at the moment.
Oh, Logan, what a move.
Wow, down the inside. Logan ahead of Carbro. And what's going to happen with the two Hasters? Team orders? Or they're just going to be thrown out the windows? Cody this time does get Callum. Just about. And Taze just over a second behind these lot. Battling again. Who wants the DRS? It's going to be Carbro. And down the inside of both of them. JJ Francis ahead of Carbro. Haas wheel to wheel. And Logan's going to really be feeling the pressure now. They're on to lap 20. Logan's got two Haasers right behind him. And one's going to go probably to the inside. One's going to go to the outside. And down the inside goes JJ Francis ahead of Logan. They're all keeping it clean. Round the outside. Logan's going to get done by the pair of them. Haas absolutely thrashed the Red Bull as Taze is right on the back of them, as is Slushy. 5 cars all battling for the podium here. Haas, Red Bull, McLaren, and the Alpine right on the back. This is helping Josh absolutely pull away, but how long are those softs going to hold on for?
I mean, these not battle like it is. Josh could get P2, but
He definitely
I
could.
think that the reason JJ and Carbro, that was some brilliant teamwork. I don't know if they obviously planned to do it. I would hope they did because it was brilliant. JJ Francis just parked Logan on the apex there, which has allowed Carbro to just get the better exit, and that's all that happened. And it was brilliant teamwork and very good stuff from the Hasses to get up into 3rd and 4th.
At the moment, it's between Josh and Logan of who beats the other. At the moment, it's just about Josh edging Logan, who's the first of 3 to not have any penalties. But yeah, now we're going to see these 3 fight for the podium. Slushy versus Taze versus Logan. Logan and Taze, good friends. But now they're going to see who's going to come out on top. But they got 2 Hasses in front of them. Are they going to swap Carbro and JJ down the inside? Seems like Carbro will have
Logan
the DRS
down the
then.
inside of JJ.
He finds the gap, he finds the opportunity, but he can't find a way past at the moment. And now the Hassers are blocking the track in formation. We've got a 5-car battle here. Surely it can't all end with sunshine and rainbows. One of them is going to come out of this really unscathed. And down the inside, they are Alpine into all of them. Slushy and Taze. And Taze gets a penalty from it.
You can get that move. You can get that
Probably.
move.
I knew all of them coming out of that corner was a very low probability, and Slushy absolutely sent it. And of course, it didn't come off worse.
What was he doing there?
Taze 5th place now.
No, that's not.
What's he doing?
He can't do anything. That was not his fault. Because he gained the position on Slushy. The Taze is getting that removed easy. That was ridiculous from Slushy. No room there for him to send it.
Callum Afternoon goes bad to worse on the softs with 15 seconds. He's not going to get any points. Josh has slowly been gaining on Chaz's lead, though. 17.1 now down to 15.7. Yeah, Logan at the moment, then, is still within a shot of the podium. Carbo 3 seconds. Slushy getting desperate. No, too desperate. He's got no ERS. His management.
Goes wide.
Down the inside goes Taze on Carbro. And Logan has gone wide. He's lost time to JJ Francis. As we've got a safety car! Who's caused it? Oh, it's Callum. He's got no front wing. Oh my god. A classic end of race safety car. Chaz is going to be fuming. Josh is going to be fuming. Logan is going to be loving this. Billy has got no penalties. Who was running down in P10 could find himself.
Everyone's pitted.
Potentially in the top
Every
5.
single person is pitted.
Yep, softs all the way.
Chaz is easily pitting.
Yeah, 100%.
This is
softs all the way then.
BTSE Josh.
Haas are going to have to stack.
Taze is going to have to get this 5-second removed.
Ah, well, it's not exactly going to... yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Under the safety car, it's going to screw him. Like,
Cody. This will bring Cody back into it.
Billy. My
Billy.
podium's still on.
Potentially, Josh is going to hate this because with 6 seconds, he's going to drop right down the order.
Slushy.
Logan and Slushy and Billy.
Yeah, the things with Billy, still down in 10th though. It's going to be a struggle. Could do it, but...
So Callum has pitted for softs. He's lost his front wing. He's caused the first safety car of the afternoon. And now... Oh, he's retired. Okay.
Oh, well, I'm
he knew he was going to finish last.
Chaz is going to be fuming in the chat. Safety car will be the next lap though, regardless, so...
Yeah. Chaz is going to pit this lap. I actually don't think all of them will catch it, maybe.
I don't think Callum,
Billy
and
has to get
Hirosia
a
will.
move on.
I don't think Callum, Billy, or Hirosia will.
Look how slow he's going. Get a move on, Billy.
He's still got Delta. He's gonna have Delta.
Oh,
He's
right.
gonna still have Delta.
So here comes Chaz into the pits for the softs. He'll easily be well clear of the rest.
Oh yeah.
And as long as Josh or JJ doesn't try anything, he can lead them home safely. He can afford to lose ground to Josh and JJ and he'll still win. He just has to keep it clean,
Doesn't want to,
put
though.
the softs on. Yeah. If safety cars,
Never
if
take
the
that
race
risk.
ended, if safety cars, if the race ended under safety car was a thing, Chaz would be praying for that. But yeah, in real life, they would have cleared that
Josh
front
would
wing.
be no.
Nah.
I'm
Already
on
Josh is
this.
going to be kicking himself. But Chaz now sees a safety car, joins it, and it will be in this lap. Look how far away they are all. Josh, JJ, Logan, and then Carbro, Slushy, Cody, and Taze. Callum, Billy, and Erosia.
Callum ain't catching. From Callum backwards, they ain't catching. They now don't have Delta, to be fair.
Yeah.
Don't know why
This is gonna
BCFC
be
Josh is back in.
so interesting. So everyone up to P8 will probably, yeah, they'll definitely catch.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Billy is just
Well,
not going to be able to be close
I don't think
enough.
Billy will, but Callum might.
Right at the end, maybe.
Yeah. So you go back. You have that slow restart as well.
We're going to have a crazy 2 laps then, a 2-lap sprint at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix to decide the winner and the podium sitters for round
There's
2
going
of
to be
22.
contact. Turn
There's
one,
going to
calling
be
it.
carnage.
Nah, contact turn one. Someone like Carvero's gonna dive down
Slushy.
the inside, or Slushy. One of them two
Yeah.
are just gonna absolutely send it, and it's just gonna screw everyone over. But Logan also, I had a look, can afford.
Logan's got to
He
keep
only
it
has
so
one
clean.
warning. He only has
Yeah.
one warning. I will check Chaz's real quick while we go through. There is one warning for Chaz.
And what about Slushy?
Chaz has no. That's collisions. Chaz has one as well as Logan. As who do you want me to check?
Whoa!
Slushy.
Taze and Cody nearly getting close, but yeah, there we go then. Safety cars in this lap. Chaz F1 will have to lead them away ahead of Josh, JJ, Logan, Carbro, Slushy, Cody,
has
and Taze.
2. Slushy has 2.
Slushy has 2.
They're
okay.
both on lap 3.
And
both on
Callum
lap 2, sorry.
is going to catch them. But unfortunately, Billy and Carosi are going to miss out.
Yeah.
Here we go then. 2 laps of racing all the way to the end. Chaz versus the rest. And when will he go? He's keeping it at a constant speed. He's going to take them right to the line. Josh is alongside for some reason. But now Chaz is going to get going and we're underway. So Chaz leads away from Josh, from JJ Francis, from Logan, who's not got the greatest getaway. Carbo's on the mediums and he's looking to the inside, and round the outside is JJ, but they still maintain facing forward. A little bit of contact, like you said, Sam. Onto the curb is Josh, and he's going to get overtaken by JJ Francis. They're wheel to wheel. Are they going to stay wheel to wheel? Josh nearly gets spun, but Logan still facing forward, unlike Carbro. There's massive collisions between Carbro and Callum. Stays behind Cody watching this. Taze and then Slushy, then Logan. So it is Carbro is around.
Taze has gone off.
Taze has gone off. Slushy does get that penalty. It's down to Logan.
Cody
and
got
Billy
wing damage from that, and that was so unfortunate. He saw the Haas spin ahead of him, and he got wing damage from it.
So Billy is actually not too far behind these lot. Carbro, his race has been
with that
ruined.
3 seconds as well. He must have got 2 warnings during that.
You never know if he can get
I know
that
he already
removed.
had. Yeah.
Yeah. So at the moment,
He already
Chaz,
had
1
it,
second
sorry,
gap
yeah.
with just a lap and a bit to go. Looks comfortable to win this race. JJ Francis, you never know. A Slushy down the inside of Logan. Logan has to make sure he keeps within 3 seconds of these lot. We'll put it to leader. He's currently 2.7 behind JJ Francis. It's going to be very close indeed whether he gets second or third, or if he even gets this podium. Billy has to push like mad if he wants to gain any ground. I'm sure he'll gain a position or 2. Chaz F1 then. We'll start the final lap of this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The Alfa Romeo crosses the line ahead of JJ Francis, who's clear enough of Josh. Slushy ahead of Logan. Taze under pressure now from Cody as Logan's looking on the back of the Alpine. Does Cody try one round the outside? The McLaren brakes later and holds him off, but Cody finds the gap. Little bit of lag as they're wheel to wheel now as they head through turn 4. And who's going to back off? None of them do. Cody's going to go round the outside. He goes off the track, backs off. Should have backed off earlier, but Taze stays in front. And Logan is just holding on as Horosia gets a 3 second. Seems like he'll be the one not getting any points today. Callum gets ahead of Cody now. He's messed up. And McLaren are getting a lot of points, it seems. Is he out? He's 3 seconds behind JJ Francis.
Ooh,
just has to keep within 6 and 3 of Josh and Slushy.
Yeah, I don't. Is he 3 seconds behind JJ? It's 3 points. It's like 3.7.
He's 3.8. JJ Francis could be looking.
JJ Francis is going to get the podium
for his first podium since he won in Britain last season. But at the moment, the winner tonight, with 1 sector to go, is going to be Chaz F1. JJ Francis following him, and it's all going to be changing throughout the field of who gets where with penalties. But I think the 100% confirmed winner will obviously be Chaz F1. He's controlled the race. He's controlled his pace. He's controlled the tyres. And Chaz F1, he won the season opener in Season 5. He's going to win tonight in Saudi Arabia for Alfa Romeo. Chaz F1 wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Behind him, who's going to get the podium? It is Logan P2 and a JJ Francis. Slushy 4th, Taze 5th. Josh drops down to 6th. Billy did gain some ground. P7. Head of Callum, head of Cody down in P9. That's going to be so disappointing. Horosia gets a point, and Carbro's evening with no points is going to be so disappointing for him. But Chaz F1, winner again, and now championship leader ahead of Logan. What a prediction from Sam, and what a drive to not get any penalties. He's back on the podium, and JJ Francis joins him too. He waves his flag, and Alfa Romeo in both tiers now have won a race this season.
Yeah,
what a race
that was from Chaz, especially. Cleared the field. Great, beautiful stuff. But there was some great battles in there. Loads of battles, lots of people switching, and
I think the only actual collision was between Cody and Callum. Like actual affecting one. Well, and Carbro getting spun.
I mean, I'll take the fact that if Cody didn't spin, I reckon I would have got my prediction correctly.
Probably, yeah. Right, there we go. There you have it. Fastest lap goes to Taze Frozen then, just by a couple tenths. Just get the race director now. Right, there we go. That's the wrong race director. Yep, there we go. Yeah, a lot of warnings. A lot of warnings, damn. Right, there we go.
Can Taze get that removed? 3 seconds.
If he clips it, of what happened, because I
would
didn't
only
catch
put him
it.
up to 4th. It only put him up to 4th.
Ah, okay then.
I don't know if I clipped it, but I saw it. It was basically just Slushy hit the inside wall going into turn 1, and just went straight on, hit Taze off, and he got a 3 second and a 5 second from it. So it was a bit unfortunate.
Slushy's going to be up there because he's finished in the top 5 both races now, I think. 4th and 4th. The consistency's there. Best constructor, though, got to be Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
McLaren
Who's the
did
other
really
Alfa Romeo
well. Seb didn't race today.
Oh, yeah.
Already got a few clips sending, I think. But yes, that... Oh, yeah, interviews.
Yeah.
Right. Chaz. Is he online? No. Right, there we go. Don't know if JJ Francis has a mic, but... I think he's online. I don't know where he is. Driver in lobby. Wait, no. View gamer card. Invite. Right then, we'll start with the winner. Chaz F1! Winner! Once again. As JJ Francis is back in. And who was... Oh yeah, Logan, of course.
Yeah, Logan. I don't know. Yeah, fair enough.
There we go. Right then, Chaz, have you concluded your audio?
I believe so, yeah.
Right then, you have just won the Tier 2 Season 7 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. How are you feeling?
Got a bit messy at the end there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I felt like I was in my rhythm, and then all of a sudden the safety car, and that just kind of made it a bit difficult. Made it a bit more difficult, we'll just say. But
JJ, if you want to mute yourself real quick, we can hear ourselves. Yeah. Thanks. Right, yeah, carry on, Chaz.
Yeah. It was just made things a bit more difficult, but I knew that with the penalties, that was certainly going to help my case, and I don't think I'll ever lead an EXFL race by that much again.
You had a issue once again in qualifying, turned in too early at turn 4. You missed out on pole by just under 3 tenths. Was the time there? Do you think you could have grabbed a pole position?
No, I still believe that even though Taze didn't improve, I still think that he would. I wasn't going to improve that much, and if he didn't spin in the race, I think he still would have been up there with me as well. And made my job a lot more difficult.
Yeah, so unfortunate for him. Sam, do you have any questions for Chaz?
Oh, it's just amazing drive, getting that gap. Some brilliant stuff from you. That's all I can say.
Oh, I have actually one more question. How did you feel when you saw Cody spin in front of you?
Oh,
I did poo myself a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I
You
thought,
didn't get any damage.
yeah, no, that I genuinely, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my, like it was in that split second you think this is gonna ruin me, but I was very lucky not to get out with any no damage. So
Such a close call. But yes, you now take the lead in the championship. Is this the season, Chaz? Do you think this is the season?
I'm not saying anything yet. I'm not saying
Yeah,
anything yet.
right
'Cause if
answer.
I jinx
Right
myself,
answer.
I'll never forgive myself. I'm not saying anything yet. It's early days
Well, you've
still.
started off strong. A comeback in round 1 and then total control in this race. Brilliant drive. And then 2 seasons in a row on the podium. Look 09. Logan.
I don't know how I did that. Generally, I don't know where I got all that pace from. I felt really slow this whole game, trying to get to grips on wheel, trying to get better. But I mean, that's definitely gonna up the mentality and up my expectations from now to try and push for points every week. Last week was disappointing, but this week is the perfect like get back if you get me.
There's just something about Saudi, isn't there? That you
Yeah.
just don't get penalties, you get the podiums,
Yeah.
and brilliant drive. Great battles as well with overtakes with the Hassers and everyone. You stayed clean, kept your nose out of trouble. And Sam, do you have anything for Logan?
The one question I can ask, when you were making the move on Slushy at the final corner, that's what eventually gave you that P2. So were you contemplating whether to stick behind him or not? Because it was only a tenth you got P2 by. I thought when looking at it, if you stayed behind him, it would have been a lot closer, or you might have even lost P3. Were you just thinking of sending it at the last corner, or what were you thinking
Uh,
other than that?
I think I think the second chicane onwards, I was on about 21% ERS, and I was like, it's now or never, I guess. Like, we need to just push, see what we can do. Uh, I was asking Chaz for a couple of details because he was like nearly a lap ahead. It felt like that. So I was asking him what the gap was like because obviously it's helpful for some information like that. And he said the gap was 3.8 to JJ, so I just absolutely pushed it. I just had to go for it. I felt it's now or never with Slushy. I've got to hope he makes a mistake at the final corner. He didn't. He didn't make a mistake, but I managed to get as close as I possibly could and get through, and then just had to use everything I had to the line. But yeah, I was thinking about going for the move into the final corner. Yeah.
Big risk, big reward, and you've got your reward. Well done, Logan. P2, going to
Yep.
help Red Bull right up there. And now we turn our attentions to P3, JJ Francis. Jaden, are you there? All right, so just take us through your race, really. It was a bit under the radar. Sam, any questions for JJ?
No, I mean, I was like, I wasn't really focusing even you really in the race because at one point you were still doing quite well in the position you were in, but you never looked like you were going to get up there. But that safety car at the end really managed to bring you up there, I think. So a little bit of luck, but mostly skill. You managed to keep out of too many penalties and almost got P2 in the end. Not bad.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but it's your first podium since your win last season. And Haas have had a very strong race today, so that should bring them up. Yeah, any comment on Carbo? He went he had a great strategy to be P2, like on track up for track position, but unfortunately he got spun. That's the spirit indeed. Be motivated, don't give up. And we will see you next week for the Australian Grand Prix, round 3 of 22. Chaz F1, your new winner and championship leader, and we will see you in Melbourne.